Shipping a car from Puerto Rico to the mainland is not easy. This is my story. So we paid off our car loan 2 weeks ago at First Bank at one of the branches near our house. And we've been calling their Department de Autos every day since to see if our title is ready. And I can't even tell you how many hours I've spent on the phone on hold, and they never seem to know. So I'm just going to come down here in person and cry if I have to, because we need to get our title so that we can prep our car for shipping to the mainland. Wow, actually that went surprisingly well. It only took about 30 minutes. I didn't have to cry. I guess the secret to First Bank is just to come down here in person. So we got the title, and now we have to go through this list of what seems like 100 things to ship the car. So we chose Crowley to ship the car off the island because it's the #1 shipper and it offered the best rate. So this is the list of things we have to do that I printed off their website. We have to provide an original and a copy of the vehicle's registration. We also need a copy of the ownership title, which we had to pay off our car to get that from First Bank. Copy of the driver's license of the owner, enlarged to about a half sheet of paper. Notarized letter of authorization by a licensed lawyer from PR, basically giving Crowley permission to take and handle the car. Certificate of no debt from ACAA. So I called the number to get information about this, and apparently they had a website. They made it sound really super easy, but of course I went to the website. It was all in Spanish. I did make my way through it, and then it didn't work. I mean, to the point where I had to call back, and then no one picked up the phone, and then I had to call back the next morning, early in the morning, because they do seem to pick up the phone early in the morning, and they couldn't help me, so they put me on the phone with the actual website developer, which is pretty amazing, and he picked up the phone and he helped me through it. It was apparently a problem with Chrome. Then I had to go to an internal revenue a collectoria, they call it, where they collect taxes, and I had to go and buy like a $10 voucher, and I couldn't do it in Dorado because our collectoria is closed, I guess, since the hurricane, so I had to go to the next town over. So my next steps are certificate of pre-inspection by the PR police department in my precinct, which I can't do further out than 5 days before the car leaves. I need to go get a certificate of no fines from DTOP, which is the people who run all the toll booths on the island. I don't even know how to do that. It doesn't even say here. I have to get the car pressure washed and cleaned, including the undercarriage, and I have to get a certificate of that, and then I have to make sure there's no more than a quarter tank of fuel, or I'll be fined because I'll have to empty it. And then the last couple things are pretty easy, the VIN number and emptying the car of personal possessions. Okay, so I'm still working down my list of things to do to get the car off the island, and next up is the police report certifying that it's not a stolen vehicle or whatever. So I have to do it in my precinct, so hopefully I can take care of this one in Dorado. So naturally, I went into that police station and it's not the right station. I need to go down the road to the next town, Vega Alta, and go to another office there. So hopefully that'll be the one. So it looks like I found it, but they're not open yet, and there's a whole line of people out front. So this may be a while. Oh my gosh. So I waited for, I don't know, at least an hour and a half, 2, I don't know. Turns out I need to go to another office in Manatee to get something else, basically some letter of cancellation from some department that saying that the bank canceled our debt with the original title and a bunch of documents. So I'm not going to get this done today. Okay, it's round 2 with the police department. Let's hope I have the right documents this time. Arrgh! Not today today, she says, because it's too late. She said, come back tomorrow at 7 a.m. I guess they have too many people to see today. Come before 7 a.m. tomorrow, and hopefully I can get in. And hopefully I have the piece of paper they're looking for. I just don't know. I'll find out. I was like, why does the car smell funny? And then I realized, oh yeah, it's the leftover Chinese food from 3 days ago. Okay, so I'm in the car again in the morning. It's about 7 a.m. and I'm going back to the police station to see if I've got the right papers this time. Yesterday they said come back before 7 so I could be first. Well, that didn't work out because I gotta have coffee. So I'll be there shortly after they open. Hopefully there won't be too many people. And the paper I think they wanted was the original title. They needed to see that. I had only brought a copy. And then the paper stapled to it was a letter of cancellation from First Bank. And I think that's what they were looking for yesterday, and they were trying to send me to some place in Manatee to go get it. But when I got home, I looked and I hadn't seen it before because it was folded up and stapled to the back of the title, so I just hadn't noticed it. Anyway, hopefully this will do it. We shall see. Police toilet is pretty nasty and no toilet paper. Okay, so it turns out that the piece of paper I have really isn't the right piece of paper, and I got there and there was a whole room full of people like 10 minutes after they opened, but fortunately the officer who was trying to help me yesterday saw me and took a look at the paper and said, no, I really need to go to this other place. It's a DTOP office. It's basically like the driver's license office, which everyone dreads going to, but they need to take what I have and basically issue a brand new title that shows that First Bank is completely off the title. So they need a clean title with no First Bank on it. I have the letter of cancellation, they can do it. I just need to go like find a tax office to pay the tax stamp, and then I have to go to the DTOP office and wait probably in some humongous room and get it done. Okay, made it to the collectoria. It's a little hard to find, really hard to park, but I got lucky. I'm across the street. Once they open, that went pretty quick. So now we gotta make our way to the DTOP office, or SESTA, it's called, here in Manatee, and hopefully $5 is the right amount for whatever it is we need to do. I am so glad I have coffee through all of this. We've always managed to avoid Puerto Rican Dmv, aka DTOP, by using expediters, concierge services, but this time there's no avoiding it. So I'm going in there to see what that's like. And I saw that interview and like there was nobody in line. And I thought, oh, sure, I need to jack it. And then I walked into this room. So I don't have a copy of my license, which I didn't know I needed. And I don't have a copy of the authorization letter, which I also didn't know I needed. So they've sent me across the parking lot to some other building near a taco maker, which I'm trying to find, and get some copies made, because they don't make them. It's not their job. And hopefully I won't have to wait in that line again, because I waited for like an hour and 20 minutes. She said I could just sit back, so hopefully that's the case. So I found a pharmacy nearby that makes copies, thank God. The guy spoke English. God. Today has been a day of not many people speaking English, so I've been having to use my cave Spanish, which is good. That's how I learn, but it does make things a little more uncertain and difficult. But anyway, I'm headed back, and she actually kept my title, so I'm pretty sure I can just walk back up to the window and just wait there. She's working with someone else, and hopefully that'll take care of it. Oh my God, this is such a wild goose chase. This is why it's so worth it to pay expediters to do stuff. We just don't have any time for it right now. So it turns out we have like some $15 ticket we didn't know about. I think we've had it since last summer. We don't even know what it's for. Whatever. So to get that paid, I have to go back to the collectoria to get, I guess, and pay them. And then I have to get 2 things stamped and paid. And then I have to bring it back here. And the nice lady said I could just come up to her window and I don't have to wait in line again. So I'm just gonna go do that right now. Back to the collectoria. So the mystery ticket is paid. I got it stamped. I also got the 4 vouchers that I need to get the 2 certifications that I need from DTOP so that we can ship the car. But I can't go back. I just realized I can't go back and get them today, because those particular certifications are only valid for 3 days before we ship the car, and we're at 4 days before. So I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow and do it all again. But at least I've got the right vouchers, and if I get there early, maybe I won't have to wait so long. We'll see. Thank God for YouTube. I can be entertained. So next up, I gotta take the clear title over to the police station, and I'm hoping to get over there before they stop seeing people. I think I'll be okay. It's, I think, 10:30 now. Back to the police station, time number 3. Oh my God. So I go, and I have to wait for, I don't know what time it is, at least an hour. It's been more than an hour. The guy finally, first they send me to the back, and then the guy doesn't know what's happening when I'm back there, so they send me back to the front, so then I wait. And then finally the guy comes out to see me, and you know, he knows a little English, but you know, not a lot, so I gotta whip out my kid Spanish, and I don't have the right stuff, basically. I mean, it's not that I have the right stuff, I just don't have copies of it. They need copies of it. So I have to run home and make copies. Luckily, I'm close enough to do that, but it's just, oh my God. It's insane. But I'm gonna do this. Positive attitude. We're gonna get this done. Right now. Okay, round 4 at the police station. Success! I did it. Finally, after 2 days, 4 visits, I got my certification of the car hasn't been stolen so that we can ship it off the island. Woohoo! They were nice, but man, is this process inefficient. I talked to this really nice Puerto Rican lady for a while. She was born here, but she spent a good part of her life in the States and then came back here to retire, and even she was shaking her head like she just can't believe how long these things take, how inefficient they are. It's just nutty. Puerto Rico is fantastic until you need to do something with the government, and then my recommendation, if you can, just hire people to do it for you. Believe me, it's worth the money and aggravation saved. Okay, so today I am back at DTOP, which is the Puerto Rican DMV, and this should be the last thing I have to do. I have to get 2 certificates of having no traffic fines. So I think I've got everything I need. Let's hope. The parking lot doesn't look too bad, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, that was awesome. It only took like 10 minutes. amazing. So I think I'm done with everything. Now we just have to show up with the car. No, well, that's not true. We do have to get it power washed in a very special way, and it has to have the undercarriage cleaned. But after we do that, then I think we show up with the stuff and the car. I think we'll be good to go. So only a couple more days, and then we'll be carless for a while. Okay, so I'm on my last leg of shipping the car off the island. I need to find some place that can pressure wash the car, the engine, the undercarriage, and the wheel wells, and give me a receipt that says they did all that to give to Crowley, who is going to be shipping the car for us. And I need to get to the dock before 11 a.m. So we looked around yesterday on our trip for a car wash on our way home through San Juan. We didn't have any luck. We finally found one. It was closed, so and we weren't sure what kind, because everybody around here does these hand washes, and we need a pressure wash. But I'm hoping that those little gas-powered machines with the hoses that they use to wash the car will be, you know, enough to call it a power wash. I just hope it works out. And of course, none of these people at the car wash speak English, so I'm gonna have to use my Google Translate app to try and communicate exactly what it is I need. I'm a little worried that I won't get the right receipt. I mean, you just never know. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. So the first car wash I went to in Dorado didn't have any kind of pressure washer. So the guy tried to talk me into it, but no, I gotta have the pressure wash. So we're going to this place, I am going to this place in Rio Hondo that we saw had some kind of pressure gun thingy, and oh man, there's so much traffic. I'm on a really tight timetable here. I'm nervous because I got to get the car cleaned pretty quickly, and then I have only a small window to get it to Crowley. So I'm kind of freaking out. I went to 3 different car places so far this morning, and nobody can do the undercarriage wash. So I called Crowley to see who they recommended. They didn't have a list, but fortunately the guy on the phone was helpful, and he knew of a place in Guaynabo. They basically have to put the car on the lift and spray the underside, and then of course all the washing. So I'm headed there now. He emailed me an image of the coordinates. Hopefully I can find it. Hopefully they can squeeze me in. I don't think I'm going to make the 11 a.m. deadline. I'm probably going to have to go for the 1 to 2 time frame, but I need to get this all done today, because there's 2 of my things expire today: the police report and the DTOC report. They expire today, so I have to get this done. Oh my god, I can't believe it comes down to a car wash. I mean, just a simple car wash. Okay, so the place the Crowley guy sent me to, the Google coordinates, of course there was nothing there but a bunch of condo buildings. But I retyped it in, I found it, I had to get gas because I was running out of gas. I mean, it was just a full-on drama fest. So, I don't know, now she sent me somewhere to wait that's not her office. Anyway, I found this place. Save yourself the trouble, just come to High-Tech Auto Detailing in Guaynabo. They didn't speak English, but they knew exactly what I needed. I needed the whole exportation car service. They knew what it is, they're going to take care of it. It's expensive, it's like $133 for this special cleaning job, but it's going to get done. So I'll miss the morning window for drop off, but I will make the 1 o'clock 1 hour window if nothing horrible happens. So anyway, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be waiting. It's not clear, but I'll look around and figure it out. Trying to find the Crowley entrance. Of course, it's not easy. Why would it be easy? That would be boring. So I've been here for almost an hour, and It was number 19 when I got here, and they flipped it to number 20 with 3 people working in the booth, and now they're closed for lunch for an hour. So in 1 hour, they help 1 person shipping a car. Oh, and the bathroom, no toilet paper.
Oh my God, that was a whole lot of drama at the end. I had everything, all those pieces of paper, the 11, 12 steps, whatever, except apparently my registration still had First Bank on it, and it's not supposed to have First Bank on it. And so they're like, sorry, you need to get this redone. And it was total panic mode. Like, oh my God, how? And then one of the ladies spoke English, so she was trying to help me. And she's like, oh, you can go online and do it right here. And of course, online, I'm out of data. My phone's totally out of data. I can't get anything online. So I have to call Ted in a panic and try to get him to help. So he's on the DTOP site trying to get it done. But it's all in Spanish, so he doesn't really understand what's going on. I mean, it's just panic everywhere. So in the end, and I didn't have time to like leave and go to some DTOP office and get it done. So I kind of panicked, I cried, and this other nice lady who spoke English, she totally helped me out. Thank God. She totally helped me out. She basically was able to go online using her terminal and somehow get the updated registration and print it so that we could move on. But oh my God, what a nightmare. This whole thing is such a nightmare. And now I see why they pay people a lot of money. You pay people a lot of money to ship a car. Anyway, I'm back at the car and I gotta move it to the physical inspection, so I'll check in with you later.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate you. Complicate you. I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate you.
Well, thank God that's over. Car's dropped off, but I can't get an Uber because I'm near an airport. I'm near the tiny little East Laguna airport, and Ubers aren't allowed near the airport. So, I am walking down the street from the Crowley terminal to the airport to see if I can get a taxi home. So hopefully I'll find one. I don't know. What a day. That's right. They won't make copies for you there. You can't even pay to have them make copies for you there. So that's why I have to go and get the copies made.